I'm back and I'm gonna try to finish his curriculum in this part of the video. I left off with saying he was learning about marine life in the marine life ecosystem. And so he was learning about plankton and coral and the different fish and just how the ecosystem, the marine life ecosystem, is important not just to the sea creatures but also to us up on land. And so that was fun. He really enjoyed that, and we watched a lot. He watched a lot of documentaries on Netflix. They had a lot of good marine life documentaries on Netflix, and so that was very helpful to us. He also, in that unit, we also did two of the crafts we did was he made a kitty aquarium, and that was fun. We had an old bottle, old soap bottle, and filled it up with water and put colored dye in it. The only thing was I couldn't get the fish to float on the inside, so we'll probably try that craft again in the springtime. But it was fun. He liked it, getting to touch the different fish that I had got. I had some stingrays, and I had found some seahorses and little fish, and then we put little colorful beads in there and colorful shells, and he really liked that. It was fun. And then we also did a octopus to go along with that unit, and it was just a sock, and I cut it up and made the legs for the arms of the octopus, and then we had stuffing, and that was good because he got to feel how soft the stuffing was, and so he liked that. And then for geography, he's watched videos called Countries Around the World, and those are good videos. We got those from our local library, and they're about 13 to 15 minutes long, and they are really good because he gets to see other kids in other countries and get to see how they live. He gets to hear about what they eat. They go to the marketplace, and so those are just good videos. And then when the video is done, I go back over and I break it down for him. I break down how those countries and where those kids live is different from where we live here in the States, and I also share the similarities. And so he finds that interesting. I think he finds it interesting. If he smiles or if he's kind of vocal when we're doing his learning, that means he likes it. If it's the happy noises, that means he likes it. Also for geography, at the beginning of the school year here in our city, they had a global village festival. And so we went to that, and the different ethnicity groups around our city, they set up their booths and talked about their history and their culture and stuff like that. And so he did a couple of arts and crafts there, and he heard the he heard the African drummers. Also, it was another band, and they played like Latin fusion music. And so for that day, he got geography, he got art, he got music, and it was just one good day of learning. So that was one thing we did for geography. Also, sometimes when the weather's nice, we'll walk around the neighborhood, and I'll tell them about the different parts of our neighborhood, and we'll use that as geography. When the seasons change, we'll use that as well. As far as geography, just the differences in the weather. For math, I had mentioned earlier that we do non-standard measurement, and he likes that. That's one of the things we do. I also read books about math to him, and again, I try to find books that are easy enough to hopefully where he can understand the concept that I'm trying to teach him. We also played math store one day, and that was fun. Basically, I just took things that we already had around the house and pretended that we were going to the store to buy them. And I made a list of how many of the items we needed. And so I had grabbed some of his Pediasure cans because with him being tube fed, he eats Pediasure. So I grabbed some of his Pediasure cans. I grabbed some of my paint. Um, what else did I grab? I grabbed some paint brushes, and it was some other things I grabbed. And I said, okay, we're going to the store. And I had my list, and I said, okay, we need 4 cans of Pediasure, and we need 3 cans of paint. And so when I grabbed the Pediasure, I put it on his tray, because he has a tray that also can go on top of his wheelchair. And so when we're doing things where I need him to touch, I could put his tray and connect it onto his wheelchair. So I grabbed the cans of Pediasure, and I said, okay, we're going to count how many cans of Pediasure we need. And I take his hand and I say, we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that was his math for that day. And he thought it was fun. He was cracking up laughing. Then for social studies and citizenship, that's another word that can twist your tongue. We did a unit on character, morals, and values. And I also tried to tie in the fruits of the spirit with that as well. And so I went to the library and found some good books on kindness, being patient, being helpful. And so we would read those books, and then when we were done, I would go back to the Bible and go to Galatians, and I would talk about the fruits of the Spirit. And again, how we need to try to have the fruits of the Spirit in our life, and that's the character that we need to try to take on. And he thought that was good. He liked that as well. And I was telling him in his way, in a way that he can understand, how he demonstrates the fruits of the Spirit. And with him, he's very loving. He is just such a sweet boy, and we're so thankful for him. But one of the activities we did to go along with the character unit was we made a character saying. And this was great because these were soft, these pipe cleaners I use, and they're soft. And then I had other little sticky things, and so just to give them some texture. And this little quote, or not a quote saying, but the bubble saying, I guess that's what this is called. I got this at Packetans, and I got it for 50 cents. And so I got one for him and one for his little brother. So they both did the activity. But I was telling my son, I said, the main thing that people say when they see him, and just with us dealing with him, is he's lovable. He is just so lovable. And I'm like, that's a character trait to have. That's a good character trait to have, is to be lovable. And so I formed letters for him, and then let him touch them and help, glue them on. And then we found little stickers to put on there. And so this hangs in his room. And this is one project we did that I really, really, really enjoyed. Also, what else do I use? Oh, we use a magnifying glass for him, because depending on some of the books we use, some of the pictures may not be big enough. And because he's visually impaired, I heard somebody else say they use a magnifying glass with their child. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And so I got this from the Dollar Tree too. But if we're looking at something and I want the picture to be bigger for him, I'll put the magnifying glass, bring the book up and put the magnifying glass to his face. And I've noticed when I do that, he'll raise his eyes up to try to see what I'm looking at. So this has been a good tool in his homeschooling. What else have we done? For music, we got so many boxes and cans, and so we make drums, and we'll use wooden spoons and stuff, and I'll help him to bang. And we listen to YouTube a lot, so we'll do instrumental music like African drums, Latin music, Brazilian music, Chinese music. And he likes music. He really likes music, and he'll listen to the music, and if it's stuff that's upbeat, he'll get real happy and he'll giggle and kick his legs. Um, so that's what we use. That's what we use for music. And then there was this one CD I had got from our library that was a good one. It was called Roots and Branches: A Legacy of Multicultural Music for Children, and that was by that CD is by Patricia Sheehan Campbell. That was a good CD. I actually ended up getting it twice. It was just really good. They break down their songs, and they break down the history of the songs, and so we use that as music and as language arts because I was reading to him, and we also use it for geography because he was learning about different music from different countries. So that's some stuff that we've done for music. And then real quick, I'm gonna wrap this up for PE and for his physical therapy. We've done bowling, and when we go bowling, because he uses a wheelchair, they have these ramps that you can bring up and put over his chair, and then we'll put the ball on top and then help him push down. So he likes that. He likes to hear the ball thump and the noise that it makes, and he gets really excited. Um, he has this massage machine, and I mentioned that before. I also do a honey and sugar scrub with him because with him having cerebral palsy, his wrists come in and his fingers are tight, and so the dry skin can be a big problem. So I found out that using the honey and the sugar really helps, and I'll do a video on that in the future. He also has a massage table, and so his dad will do his stretches with him and his physical therapy with him, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I believe my next video will be about me demonstrating how I do the honey and sugar scrub, and I also incorporate a massage in there. So that's going to be my next video, and I think I'm also going to mention or show how I do his sensory bag. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you guys again the next time. Bye.